Ricky.
All right, now welcome to Rich Rumors Ladies Edition. We need y'all to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you feeling the conversation, be sure to leave us a comment. All right. I'm your girl, Miss Nene. And you can find me on Silks and Stories, of course. Tanisha Ingram, also on Facebook and all of the other places that you see me tag.
It's your girl Misha or T. You can find me on Facebook, Tamisha Zanders, Instagram, Ms. Zanders, and TikTok, Misha423. Broski.
It's your girl Misha.
You always got it. You just always
It ain't no,
come for
it's
me.
Slim. It's Slim. I'm just here to admire y'all work today.
Okay.
Yeah, you was shocked by that? 'Cause she
I was
called.
shocked. You see, I
I'm
had
just
a
here to
long
admire. I'm
call.
just here to admire y'all work.
Okay
All right. Hey. Well, thank you, Slim, for
Hey, can
sitting
I
in.
before y'all get started? I just because I now y'all got on top. I got one thing that I want to ask y'all, and y'all can take the whole thing. So, Cardi B was complaining about Offset having the females in the house, a house they both bought together. So is that wrong for him to bring another female in the house they both bought together?
In a situation like that, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion because I've been married before, and me and my ex-husband we had those kind of conversations before we divorced. I think you have to have rules ahead of time. For example,
With the mic, you too
if
far.
you have been married
Pull your mic up.
and
Bring the whole mic to you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I thought the mic was playing it down for a second there.
Uh,
But I do believe, like, if you've been married before, well, in my case, I've been married before. I think you have to have those rules that say, for example, you can't have company unless me and the kids are not in the house. Or, I think her name Drew Sidora on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her husband has to live in the basement. They moved him out of the main portion of the house and they put him in the basement. So I'm sure in the basement he probably can have company because the children wouldn't see it. That's my only issue. When you have children and you in those types of situations, I think it confuses the children. So, in my opinion, you should have a rule. So I'm with Cardi. I'm sorry, I'm with
so
Cardi.
you don't how Cardi act and everything. So you would really think Cardi ain't had them kids around because you don't think she got them kids around nobody. You don't think no man. Well, I ain't gonna say have the kids. You don't think she brought a man to that other home, the one she staying at.
I think if she brought a man there, she did not let the children see her with that man. It's a different. Like my children, even though when I was divorced, they would see me with a man. It's just you don't want them children to see you and that man going into the bedroom, or see you and that man interacting intimately.
I got a
You have to.
question. Is
Yeah.
that divorce final?
I don't know if it's fine. I don't know if it's fine.
Sometimes them divorce
I
to be
mean, if
so long.
she's went
They both.
over here and he's over there, I mean,
That's what I'm
they
saying.
living separately.
They living separately, so I
I
think it's
think out
something
of
that we both.
respect, if he go bring somebody else in the house, like you said, the children don't need to be around.
He ain't got the kids.
But sir, he don't have the kids. I think for her it's a respect thing. We both bought this house together,
Right.
All right.
so you
I agree to that.
disrespecting me by bringing another woman into a house that we both bought.
Well, as a man, I probably feel like disrespected the fact that you all over internet trolling, running around with another man. Where my daughter, they got the oldest child can
Culture.
understand right now, so she get to see your mama parade around with a man that's known to be a whore. Like,
Her dad is known to
yeah, but I'm
be
saying,
a
but you
whore.
don't, but he's not out. But she don't know that.
I
That
Who?
just
child don't
think
know
I
that.
think that right
Who
now,
don't know that?
I don't
can
think
we
that child know that.
can we
So
just narrow it down and
so
say they
she
going to the
wouldn't know that
convention?
her dad is known to be a whore, but mama is
So
dating a guy that's known to be a whore, and she would know that.
because the internet broke his down. Like how many? Like take Stefan Dick. They got a whole thing of breaking how many women he was done. There's nothing you can find. Like they say stuff about Offset, but you can't point him to a that many women
You don't
as
think
they did.
you don't think that girl that
Stefan
Cardi
did.
B got proof of his
He do too though.
infidelity?
He has proof of hers also.
I think the issue is for me. I think they doing tit for tat.
They
It's
are.
like
Yeah.
I can do what I want to do, but when you do something, I'm gonna have a problem with it,
Yeah.
and then vice versa. So I think sometimes when you have children, you just have to be mindful of the tit for tat.
Yeah.
So I think for me now, if I had to say now that I'm getting a whole story,
Yeah.
they both wrong. They,
I don't know how far people go back with it, cause I know I'm a true music lover. So if it stems all the way back when they first started talking, it's a guy called King Yella. That's allegedly the first person she cheated with. Sh- King Yella. If you go look back, King Yella was supposed to be the first person she cheated. She took the first strike. Now that before the kids. That's way before the kids. So that I don't know. It's really a tit for tat thing. I don't know. He was like, you know what? She been got me. It was a minute before he got her back though.
but you
It was
remember,
King Yella first.
back in the day we had that conversation
But it
about
be
getting your
working.
lit back. Do you remember that,
Listen, I'm gonna say
Slim?
this. I don't care who started and it become a game. Like both of y'all cheat.
Both you cheat.
Yeah.
Both of them cheating. If y'all go cheat, just be apart. You go over
Well,
there and do
they
your thing. He go over there and do his thing. Like if you don't think marriage is sacred enough for you to be with this one person and you ain't got to step out, or if it get too hot in the kitchen, you willing to run over here to the next person, you need to be by yourself.
But I think that's
That's
part of the
marriage.
reason
It ain't
why
no
they
boyfriend,
divorcing.
girlfriend, baby daddy, baby
I'm with you
mama.
on that.
Like
I'm with you
Yeah.
on
they
that.
married.
But I think that part of the reason why they divorcing. So I mean, at this point, they have kind of went their separate ways.
I think Offset
But
the
still
win.
trying to keep tabs on what the other one is doing.
They are
Right.
keeping tabs like
Both of
crazy.
them. It's
They
not
keeping
just,
tabs
it's
like
not her,
crazy.
it's him too.
Yes, both of them. They keeping tabs like crazy.
Yeah.
It's sad. They need to just move on. It didn't work. Y'all got 3 beautiful children. Split your assets and call it a done deal.
I mean, I agree, but we talked a while back, and that's what because it was fresh on my mind. I was like, I got to get this out. But I remember a conversation we had about getting your lit back. So a lot of times, even celebrity people, they just like us, like everyday people. It's like, if you do this, then I'm gonna do that. And now at this point, they have both done so much stuff to each other
I'm
that in my
crazy
opinion, ain't no coming back
crazy
from it.
lick back is
Her sleeping with somebody while she was pregnant.
oh no. Get a great lick back is move on and let them see you be
That
successful.
part. That part.
Like
That'll eat them up.
not getting a lick back hurts some motherfuckers.
That is
I'm
the
trying to
worst
tell you,
part.
like, cause later on they gonna think if you don't, I ain't try to hurt you no net. I just went on with my life. They gonna like that's the one that got away. I was childish. Look at this person succeeding at life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Went on and got somebody else that it's gonna bother them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Didn't even attack me. He didn't say nothing about, or she didn't say nothing bad about me. They just left. They don't fit right with some people's spirit.
It ain't sizzling, baby. It
Uh,
ain't sizzling. I can't leave and not say nothing. I gotta get my lick back.
well, y'all could just take the flow. I just wanted to
And
put
see
that.
what you said was it we're drinking too, so I think we gotta take a sip. I gotta take a sip.
I already
Cause what
drink.
she said was that they playing too many games.
Well, yeah, they doing too much tit for tat.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think they was that they age. It's like some teenage love.
Yeah.
Gotta get them to get back. I'm gonna run up with the topics.
There's a lot of people out here like that though, not just them.
Yeah.
Theirs is just more out in the public, but it's a lot of people around here that feel like that. Instead of just moving on, they want to play tit for tat.
Yeah.
Catching bodies.
Who they got about it?
Hmm?
Go ahead.
All right.
Wait for the topics.
All right. So I guess we're gonna just jump right in. So one of the topics that we have to talk about is 50-50 in relationships. So just to give y'all a little backstory, one of my homeboys, he in the military. And military men, they make that money. I'm just gonna once they start climbing up in rank E4,
I was
E5.
gonna say.
Once I said climbing up, I know, bottom of the barrel, we got to get there first. But once they start climbing up in rank, they start making that bread. And what this person was trying to tell me that, they was having a conversation with some of the people in their group, men and women, and the men basically was saying that they tired of paying for everything. That now, some of them been married, some of them are, still trying to get married or find that right one, and they just like, you know what, I'm done paying 100% of everything. I want somebody that's gonna meet me halfway. So what do y'all think? Y'all think it's
I think a
50?
lot of guys done got so much now. Like dudes get got a lot and get simp. Like you trying to like now some of them be some of them are just some of them lazy, but I feel for the dude that's just like passionate about not doing it no more, he been got. Just gave it. I was giving it. I was giving. Then I got. So a lot of them just tired of it. And I can say sometimes some women out there don't ask for much too. You see a dude, he done messed around and experienced a woman that will put out, and he be like, I know somebody that pay this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of women that I'm gonna say that when you go to a bigger city,
Yeah.
like if I go to Atlanta and I hang out in Atlanta, those women right there will kind of pay. They kind of pay because I guess Atlanta dating scene is kind of trash. So once they, so women,
I'm
yeah,
waiting on you to say
That's
it.
everywhere.
it's kind of
It's bad up there, but it's
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So some of the women just like you see a lot of the older women now BBL up, and you see them catering to a lot of YNs. Go to the Atlanta Mall. You'll see a lot of old women done refresh that body. Got a little young nigga behind her. She paying for his stuff in the mall.
It's the same thing as having a chick having a sugar daddy.
I know,
Same
but it's the
concept.
sugar mamas. Sugar
The
mamas
sugar
are
mamas are
alive in
taking over
Atlanta.
though.
But see, at the end of the day, you know what they're trying to do. They feel like they can groom them to
They
be
are
what they
grooming.
need them to
They
be.
are
But as
grooming.
far as the
They are
50-50
grooming.
type situation, I feel like if you come into a situation and this is the conversation we had and this is how our dynamic in our household is going to be set up, you can't come back years later, you know what
And
I'm
try to
saying, and be
change it.
like,
Yeah.
oh no, I don't want to do it no more. Now, hold on. When I say that, if a situation occurs where you may be out sick or you ain't getting all the money that you're not making the same amount of money and I
Right.
need to pitch in, by all means, let's do this.
What if you make more money now?
I ain't never wanted to be a dude to take care of me
No,
because
I'm
I
just
feel
saying.
like with that
That's
you
what I'm
got too
asking
much
you now. So,
control.
so
Yeah.
if he is doing paying the majority, and things change for your income, does anything change?
If he comes to me and we have a conversation and he wants me to kick in some more,
So
yeah.
he has to come to you. You can't look at him
I
like,
feel
you know
like
what? Let
I
me
say
pay.
this.
Hold on, let me
If he
finish.
paying all the bills and I start making more money, there's more money I can spend on him and our family. You get what I'm saying? Like,
She got a
what
point.
if it come down to I'm doing so good, I'm so well off, I can retire him. He ain't even got to work no more.
You see
That's
what happened to
that's
the last lady that did
but
that.
but I'm saying that's me. I ain't got nothing to
I'm
do
just saying,
with the
but I
last
think
lady that
it'd
did it.
be hard because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like some feel like people get money, some people change, and like will you think you will you be the same you when because everybody still feel like they
You're not
don't
gonna
change.
be the
We
same. You
change.
you
We
gonna
change.
change
Men
over
gonna
time
change. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
But I feel like you should change towards your spouse. But some people just change towards that person when they get a little bit money. I done seen it, man. It's like
well, I
it's
feel like
heartbreaking.
anybody who like let's just say like with all the stuff that I'm trying to do, the businesses that I'm trying to get off the ground. If I met somebody right now and we get into a relationship and he's like, "All right, babe, I got everything. I just need you to focus in on your business.
Hmm.
Make sure your business doing good. Any extra time, money, whatever, put that into your business because that's letting me know you support me and you actually believe that these businesses go take off. So do you think when them businesses take off, my man ain't gonna be straight?
You supposed
Oh
to look
baby, we
out for him.
good.
You
We're good. You don't help me down. And it's only right. I just feel like it's
Mhm.
only right that I return that favor and then some.
How do you feel about I ain't gonna say women because a lot of folks do it. I ain't gonna put no gender on it. The people that all of a sudden they get that stature and they forget about that person. Like they forget about that person who supported them during the grind
That to me, I feel I
I
might
feel like
catch it
they
for this, but I feel like they were using
in the first
those people as a step. Like,
place.
and see
yeah.
for me, I feel sort
I,
of kind
I
of the same way. I feel like they just showing you who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, and I have to tell this to my children, some people are users. They survivalists. They don't care who they use, who they got to climb over. If they ain't got it, they'll come and live with you.
Right.
And then when they get a little money, you see the true them because they'll go and they'll do everything else but give you $1.
what I don't like is about when things happen like that when good people get. I'm gonna put it like when good people get used, they mess up the situation for the person that could have used that help for real. Now it got me looking at everybody else like now I'm really being careful, and this next person really could use this help, but this
Right.
first person just messed it all up. They messed it up. So I don't. That's why I hate it so much. Like you messed it up for the next person.
I think if you stay in that place, you'll mess it up for the next person.
What you
And when
mean?
I say that, I mean a
Yeah.
person that's really gonna be ride or die team player
Well,
that's gonna support you just as much as you may have supported or did whatever in your past situationship or situation and it didn't work out. You can't punish the next person and they might truly be there, like they with you
what?
in the trenches, when you at the top, when you in the middle, like they with you.
I
So
agree.
with that, you got to deal
But
with
I'm gonna say
that.
the next person might get punished without you trying because the first person I helped drained me.
And I guess that's where he was coming from in that conversation, because everybody know military men and women, depending on their relationships and
They
stuff.
get
Some of
cheated
them
on a lot,
they
baby.
get cheated on, they'll divorce one, and like I know someone they been married like 4 5 times, and so what you saying is very true. That first woman, they feel like I did everything,
Yeah,
I took care of everything, and
and I still
this
got
happened
played.
to me. Now the next woman, like you just
Is
said,
he one
she
to date?
gon' that person
Is
did
he really
he
trying to date though?
I don't think so. I think some of
That's
us
saying
just
some
don't
of them
know.
ain't finna
No.
date no more. It's over with. Some of them ain't finna date no more. Like that's why you see a lot of people that's not with people just carrying on with life. They just accepted the fact I ain't finna do this again.
And
I'm
for
not finna
him,
do this again. I'm through.
yeah.
Exhausted.
So did you learn anything from it
You
though?
gotta learn if once you get to a place where you got peace, you don't care.
I
I
agree.
understand it.
You don't care.
I
You're like,
get
I
I
damn
get
if
you
I
don't
do,
want
damn
your
if I
peace
don't.
disrupted. I get that. I totally
Yeah,
understand that
you
one.
find that little piece, you're like,
But I think
I like
too,
it here.
I don't know, for me, I still feel like there's somebody out, you know what I'm saying, out there
Oh,
for
honey, you
me
know me.
that's gonna be
Uh,
everything I need and more. And I'm gonna
what if you
reciprocate
feel like
what they give me.
what if you feel like the person you had was that person? You ever feel like that?
The
Nah.
person that you had.
Yeah, I feel like the person not just I feel like that was my everything. I feel like that was it. So I feel okay that we ain't gonna do it no more. 'Cause I regularly feel like that was that person.
So there's no chance of trying, like,
I
is
wouldn't
it,
try it because I feel like God really gave me my person.
so is it so bad that there's no fixing it? Like it can't be
I
fixed?
no because the pieces I like the piece and I don't got the energy to
So
entertain.
you drained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
drained. So that part
So it sounds like you already don't try to fix or try to mend,
during
but it's so much done that
yeah, so much done. You be like
it's over with.
Yeah.
if you step back into that, I think a lot of things will start flash. Like say for
You're
I
gonna have
I
resentment. You're gonna
forgot,
get mad.
forgave.
Yeah.
I forgot, forgave, and if I step back in that realm, things are gonna start back popping up. Oh, I remember this.
So the
All those
thing
Yeah.
memories
so
gone
the
now.
thing with forgiving,
No, I forgot, I forgave, but that's
every
how the
time
devil work.
Nah.
every time a flashback come up with a person that you have forgiven, you have to forget. Like it's not a one time be all. Like that's a
I
constant.
talk to myself.
That's a constant thing.
When that happens, I said that ain't me. I say I ain't mad at this person. Ain't nothing but the devil. I
Yeah,
always
that's
tell
why I say
myself
it's
that.
a constant.
I
Like you
always
have
tell
to
myself.
stay in
I always tell myself
that
that.
place of I've forgiven them, I forgive them. Okay, whatever this thought is, whatever, like you said, it's the devil.
But it
Whatever
don't.
seed he trying to plant in your head, baby, I
But
forgave them.
it don't work that way, because I've been there, done that. Where you think, okay, well, we're gonna get back together, we can try to see how this gonna work. But then you had old resentment where, and I understand where you're coming from, Slim, where something happened and it bring back that memory, like, and then you get mad all over again. And then you had old moments where they might tell you something and you wondering, like, is this
Hi,
person
Ron.
really telling me the truth? So then all them red flags start coming up. And then now you at the point you like, hell, I don't even trust you. Like,
But you ain't
what
supposed to
we
be no
doing?
fool.
You supposed to be no
Like
fool.
that's the thing.
You ain't
So
supposed to be
that's
no
why I
fool
said
now.
in situations like that, what do you learn from? Like even if you and that person never get back together, and you get to a place where you are healing, you don't forgave, you ain't even in the same head space. Y'all can see each other. Ain't no hatred. Ain't no ill feelings toward the person. Y'all just
Don't.
didn't work. Like y'all just didn't work, and y'all are moving on with y'all life. I wouldn't
Yeah.
shut down love from nobody else.
But you also can't push that person back in. Like me and my ex-husband, I'll tell anybody, I love him. I
Yeah.
will always love him. I'm just not in love with him.
Right.
And because of other stuff, I don't want to be with him. But I'm be happy, happy for him. I hope I find my person. But you have to
You
also
looking? You
respect the
looking?
fact, I'm always looking.
I
But you
got
but you have to respect the fact that, and I'm just gonna say it, I'm just gonna say it, and that person, I love him. With some men, they just not gonna take that step ever. Like she can be the perfect woman, and I guarantee you, everything can be right about it and slim. Still, when married, it be like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it
Because
because
that hurt still
that
there.
hurt.
That ain't
It
got nothing
ain't
to do
even
with hurt.
really about
That
the
ain't no
hurt.
hurt.
It's just the whole possibility of
At all.
I
You don't
got
want to
through
be
this
hurt
and
again.
I don't want
No,
to go through it
I ain't
again.
studying.
Or you don't feel like you pour everything into this person and you don't have
No.
anything else to give.
As a person, not even the time relationship, even with other people, with individuals. Period. I don't like learning people. That ain't got nothing to do with no
And you ain't
going
gonna
with.
never be with nobody.
Yeah, I don't like learning people. I don't like starting over with people. Like I said, even with y'all, I was introduced by somebody else. I wouldn't have went up to y'all like, "Hey, y'all, you wanna?" Nah, but somebody told me you was good. Somebody told me you was awesome. Somebody already vouched for
That
you for
part.
me. Yeah, somebody
Right.
vouched for you and told me you was awesome. So that person has credibility in my life. So okay, let me see what she's talking about. If he fought with her, he got because he know how I am in the first place. They all know how
Right.
I am. So a person that don't know me will feel like that nigga had fun, but I don't. I just don't like learning other people. I,
But
You funny acting,
at
bro.
the end of the
You
day,
I
funny
don't
acting.
like learning other people.
Hold on, let me.
That's
So, bro, said people change. If your partner and you aren't actively evolving individually and together, you got to get on the same page.
you have
got
to.
to.
That's what D Dot put on here.
I agree.
You have to. You can't. One can't be in the going because you will lead the other one, and then the other one might not like the new change.
But and then too, it's a good thing, and I'm gonna say that, like, I love you. But say he do get into another relationship. Let's say that perfect female come along and he decide to give her a chance. Everything that happened in that last relationship that was a problem, the first time that person do something, it ain't even got to be the same thing. It just
If
be
it looks
something
similar,
similar.
yeah,
Then it's
he gonna be like,
already, deuces.
I'm out.
Me?
I'm out of here.
Y'all
I'm
think
We
out.
talking about you.
that's insinuation. I wouldn't do that.
No,
But
that's what she
but
said.
that, but I'm
No,
telling
no.
you
I wouldn't do that because I don't do people like that. I don't know you. I'm gonna give you a shot.
But that's what I'm
I don't.
saying. You give them that shot and then
It's
something
like you
similar.
gonna get burnt. You gonna get burnt. If it was love, I wanna. Cause first of all, I want you to show me who you is. First of all,
Right.
as soon as I show
Yeah.
you my guard, oh, he got his guards up. I would want you to open up. I would not
Right.
hit you for what the other person do because I want to see how you move. Then I want to see if I can accept how you move. I can't sit here and just like put a guard up and then try to control how you will. I really want to see how you move around. That's the only way you're gonna know a person. I want to see how you move
Yeah.
around, how you carry on out your day. Boom, boom. I'm not finna. Don't do this. Don't. Nah. Go ahead. Let me watch you.
Right.
Go ahead. I just want to see what the fuck you be doing. Go ahead. Oh, that what you be doing? Go ahead. You like he don't never say nothing. Girl. No, just go ahead.
But
I ain't got shit to say. But when I say when I say I don't really fuck with that right there. You gotta listen to me because we gotta adjust to each other. But I'm not finna put no guard up because what a person done to me. That's the reason
But
why
I
I
feel like
don't.
you're so in your peaceful era. We'll say that
right, right.
that you I'm good here. How you ain't nothing gonna come you being
Hey,
good
I
in
get to
this
follow
space
the
right
kids.
here.
I deal with the kids, take pictures of the kids, hang with the kids, hear the kids tell jokes. Kids just
That's
get
your
life
life.
too. I love being around them
Daddy
kids.
gotta have a life too.
Yeah.
Need that.
Got to be
Daddy gotta
grown.
have a
I
life
don't need
too.
one right now, as long as it's peace.
That's why I
You
said
sound
you in your peaceful era. You're in the era
I don't
where
need
all
one
you
right now.
need is what you have
One of them
going
coaches
on.
called me
Nothing,
and say, "Hey,
nothing
we
more,
need
nothing
this."
less.
Hey, I'm gonna
I
try to
had to
make it
tell you,
happen.
oh, you know who he remind me of?
Who?
You know, those single women that they say everything in their life revolve around their children. They ain't got no time for no
Listen,
man.
I saw something talking about that earlier.
You got men out there
Yeah.
that are
It's
the
doing it now. Men are doing that shit now.
that are the exact same way.
I
All
think it's a lot of people that have been hurt. And so now it's getting to the point where don't nobody want to even go through the motions of trying to get to know somebody, trying to learn somebody, having to be vulnerable for somebody after dealing with the last person that you
Yes.
gave everything to.
Yeah.
Like that's work.
Popcorn in the movie, I could do that.
And
Gotta go home.
Bro.
Popcorn in the movie?
Bro, you don't even want to communicate with nobody like that.
Ah,
shoot,
you never lie.
You
boy.
do
might
not even
talk
want
to
to
him
talk to
today, and
nobody
you may
like that.
you talk to him today, you may not hear from him about 2 or 3 days.
But
You
see,
call him, be
I
like,
understand the not want, like I'm big on, if I'm chilling, I don't want to talk to nobody every day.
Mm-mm.
Like, it could have been a whole week ago when you called, and you calling me again. I look at the phone like, oh my God,
And I
like,
don't
what
see,
do you
I don't
want?
see
Like,
nothing
I'm
wrong
just
with it.
chilling. I'm just
I
chilling.
don't see nothing wrong with it.
and I'm the exact opposite because we had that conversation. I'm one of the type of people. I like to communicate with people like there are some days my phone don't ring at all, no phone call, no text messages. But I crave interaction. I crave being social with people. Like me and my mama, we talk every day. We talked about, I said my mama called me every morning at this exact time she gonna call me.
Oh, you can't do
And
that.
so
I go to looking
when
at the phone.
I
go to looking at the phone like, God damn, come on, big dog.
because I
Now,
know
see,
you do
for
that to
me,
me
I
because
think
I call.
I think I have PTSD with the phones and stuff. Cause few years ago, every time my phone rang, it was bad news on the other end of it. So for me, it was like, okay, I done got to the point where I'm not nervous whenever somebody call. My people that I talk to, like, if they call, we chit chat for a minute, but I feel like my people know me.
Right.
So if we talk, we might not have to talk for another week. Some of my friends know I go ghost for like a month. And they'll hit me up. They might text me and be like, we just doing a check-in, see how you doing.
Yeah, that D-Dye.
But I'm trying to get out of that. Yeah, D-Dye he is going to make sure you're okay.
Now I had a dude that told me that we would
Love you, bro.
we would just communicate, and he was telling me something similar. He was like, "Man, I go ghost, and my folks won't even hear from me for like a month or 2 months." So what he said, I am consistently inconsistent, and I didn't like that. I was like, "You what? Like no, like if we
like
friends on that level, I need to hear from you."
But if you got a person, a spouse, or somebody, you can't do that.
Like
I do that with you.
Trying to date, if you're trying to date, you really can't do that.
Yes, you can.
And I don't even think we were trying to date. We were just trying to be friends.
I think if people know
trying to date
how you are, I think. Listen, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm gonna tell them like, look, I have my moments where I don't want to talk. Like, it ain't gonna be no long time, but I just have my moments where I just don't want to.
You gonna just be a person that I just fuck around with. It ain't gonna be nothing serious because what if one of the moments I really do need you though? Like,
I'm not saying that if you call me, I'm not gonna answer.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes I get overwhelmed. It can be, I got stuff going on here, I got stuff going on with my kids, I got stuff going on at work. I need to decompress. So if I have to step back,
you talking, maybe I can help you decompress because we trying to get to that next level. If I offer decompression, you gonna accept it. See, that's the problem.
You know why this? Why?
If I'm trying to get
because here's my thing. If we trying to get to know each other, let's just say me and you've been talking for about 3 weeks.
3.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some stuff going on. We still getting to know each other. So I'm not going to feel comfortable just, oh my God, this is going on, this. I'm going to try to figure it out first. And then me figuring it out, if I get quiet, you going to know why I'm quiet. Like I said, if we just now talking or starting to talk, I'm going to let you know, like, look, I got some stuff going on. I just need a minute. That's communicating.
That's communicating.
Now, I've come across some people who cannot understand that. I've come across people who feel that it's selfish. Mm-hmm. And if I have to take a moment to myself to get myself together, I want to show up the best version of myself when it comes down to you. Now, granted, if we talking, you go see me on good days, you go see me on bad days if we get to that level. Mm-hmm. But if we just now starting to talk, no, I'm not going to come and bombard you with what I have going on. I'm going to try to figure it out first.
But, okay, I can agree with it.
That's in a new situation. Like we ain't even got to a point where we're actually in a relationship. That changes things.
Right.
I don't have situations where a person I'm talking to becomes my person. They become my sounding board. And that junk, whatever I've shared,
But so I'm gonna
gets
say,
thrown back in my
Yeah.
face in the argument once we
agree.
get in a relationship. I
true.
don't have
If you're
time for that.
dealing with a person that's a true leader and you're a woman, and he's raised the right way, he will feel some type of way because he's supposed to provide for you. Even like not if you don't share the hard stuff, give him something like just you said like I'm going through the where he can give him the chance to say, well, is it anything that I can help you
I
with?
ain't had that.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just being straight up. I
Yeah.
haven't had that.
Okay.
So for
So
me,
so
in those situations, it's easier for me in the beginning or something. It's not we together now. If we together now, you know me. You don't got to know me.
uh,
Right.
So now if something's going on, I'm kind of like, look, XYZ, I need this, or I'm trying to figure this right here out, or whatever. Then you can come in and be like, you need me to do anything? What you need? Can I help you with anything? Even if it's just me listening to you vent for 30 minutes.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
That makes
I
sense.
think what T's saying is like it's so new in the beginning of the
Love you too,
relationship
bro.
that they don't like this. The person I was dealing with, they didn't receive it well. Like they had so much stuff going on, and I'm thinking we making progress, and then they had a situation that came up, and they was like, I already knew about the whole disappearing, that the ghosting thing, quote unquote.
Uh-huh.
And so when the situation happened with them, they was like, look, you might hear from me, you might not, but this is where I'm at right now. And it was like, but that's how they deal.
I wouldn't give a damn.
But that's how they deal with stuff. So it kind of weird. And then what kind of freaked me out, I'm on Snapchat. Yeah, your girl on Snapchat. And I'm on Snapchat. He done sent me a whole little snap or whatever. I guess that was his way of letting me know he was good, because I knew the background. I knew the where he was. I knew he was still working or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I just sent a little heart. And then once again, he ghosted or whatever, disappeared. So I'm like, it is what it is. But I just find it, I realize there are people out there just like you that they don't open up and just let people in. Like, come on, talk to me, tell me what they ain't finna do none of that. Like, bitch, I don't know you. What I'm telling you.
Right.
See, that's my thing. Like, I don't know you, so I don't know
Yeah.
if me
I think
venting to you,
anybody should be like that. I
you
feel
have good intentions when I vent to you.
Yeah.
what we
But you
said
might
last
be-
week, ammo.
Hmm?
When we were talking about last week, ammo.
Like I don't
Switching up.
know if you just want me to vent so you can, like I said, I've been in situations where I share stuff and then later on down the road it's an argument and that's why da 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 da. Hold it.
Hell,
Wait a minute.
he lying.
So now you're trying to weaponize a situation that I shared with you.
Block.
That's why
I
your
wish it
ass
was
still
that easy.
single.
Yeah,
I
block.
wish it would have been that easy.
Ooh, boy, block.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Did we cover it, everything? Tell me what's the whole topic?
So when y'all stopped, the question was, how do you break up with people? And I mean, friendships, platonic friendships,
Oh, I'm glad you
or romantic, and even family relationships. Like, how do y'all break up with people?
Can I say this right? We saying 'cause it's on the same thing because I was saying like this: no matter how you break up with somebody, it still can be traumatic. Like I can listen, I could be a toxic person. You broke up with me because I'm this and that. I'm just don't give you freedom, talk to you, push on you. You gonna feel some type of way. But let's say do it the good way. When a good person leave,
Way.
I'm talking no. When a good person say, I don't think this working, and they do it the right way, it's still a problem because now the person say, "Oh, that caused abandonment issues." All this other, it's always a problem.
But
I see people lead the right way, and it's still
a problem.
it was still a problem.
I get it.
It was still a problem. So I don't feel like you can even write. It depends on who the person is, how you lead. So like it's not.
well, how do you leave?
With
You
me,
try
That's
to
the
leave on
question.
good terms.
How do you leave?
that me.
Like, how do you leave a situation?
When oh boy, it's been so many of them. But what I always try to do, I always try to leave And this is what I always tell everybody. I always try to leave in a way to where I don't burn the bridge completely. Now there have been some times I had to burn that motherfucker to the ground.
Please, boy.
Set it off completely. Let's set it
I
off.
spit it out.
But-
You light skin.
What does me being light skinned have to? I am brown.
But when you making that break from that person, you have to understand that break is about you. What I have learned is if me and that person together and that person can be toxic as hell, I'm never gonna say you toxic, you did, cause now I'm throwing everything on them. I just tell them, hey, this ain't working for me. I don't think that we good for each other. I just think it's best for us to go our separate way.
Well, you been saying they been doing you like that.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I do the same.
I feel like
do the
for
same
women,
thing, so
for most of us, whatever the issue is, we done said it.
yeah,
We done said it. We done said it. We done said it.
yeah.
If I ain't saying nothing no more,
That's
Ba-
1 foot in,
That's
1
what-
foot out.
Once
I'm
I stop
headed
talking about
out.
it, I'm over it.
I'm not finna argue with you.
Yeah,
Listen,
Get
you
my
can go on your rant and fuss by yourself. I am so happy here.
You ain't gonna fuss at all.
Mm-mm.
Why you capping like that?
When you're
When
you're over it,
you
no,
over it.
I'm
Yeah.
not finna argue with you.
We both saying the same thing. So why is it so hard for you to get it?
Why you trying to attack me?
That's
Oh
not
my
telling
God,
you.
that's toxic. You see what he just did?
That
is
telling you.
toxic.
That's telling you.
You ain't no narcissist, are you?
And I'm just being
You know,
real.
it's a lot of people with the narcissistic
With them
traits now.
Yeah,
I ain't got no traits.
but that's just most.
I'm a person that try to figure it out first.
Figure what out?
Us.
But even if
not
you
a-
in the
is it me
process-
or you?
So what we're saying
Me,
is,
I'm trying to figure out is it a us problem? I ain't gonna blame you because I might
I
be
mean,
fucking up over
you
here.
feel my
but
shirt say
that's
I'm
what
the
we're
drama.
saying.
Yeah.
Like
I might actually
if
be.
we've
I might
had
actually
some
be fucking up
situations
over here.
and okay, let's just say you get mad and you get disrespectful. You start yelling and cussing.
I used to.
Now, I've said to you, don't disrespect me. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not calling you out your name. I'm not talking to you like you're a kid. My tone ain't changed and I ain't let your upset get me upset. And you still do it. So then 3-4 months, we might be good.
There we go.
We
down.
come to another situation and I might say, okay, babe, I needed you to do this right here. Why did you do this right here?
Yeah.
No, wait.
No,
We back down that road all over
Let
again.
me
share
tell y'all
with
something.
you. Don't talk to me crazy
me
because
tell
I
y'all
feel
something.
like I honestly feel like when you in a relationship with somebody, the love I have for you won't let me disrespect you. My mouth used to be reckless.
Let me tell you one thing about y'all. Y'all seem to don't know that y'all voices be like y'all be like
I'm not saying I haven't raised my voice in the past.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
like
that.
this is what I'm saying. It's been a situation where I had to be toned. So once I start being okay, I tone it down. Then the other person they'll get you back at that like you like hold on, you told me to keep it down, you keep going up, and a lot of times y'all don't even know y'all back at that octave.
Because our voices, when you gotta understand, it's just like anything else when you going through life. When your heart start racing, and I know I do it. My children, I know for a fact I do it.
Yeah, we
the
heard
more excited I get, the louder I get.
Well,
the
some of us
faster
just
I talk.
country
Yeah, but
and lie.
But a lot of time when you going through those emotions, you start like they be talking about the rapid speech. So it's like a gun, and so now you getting louder because you thinking by me getting louder, maybe he can hear me, but you just getting louder because.
But it's misinterpreted.
Like he said,
like you said, but what you getting with anger be getting mixed up with passion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be so passionate about what I'm saying, you can't go up an octave. So you got to be an adult man or adult woman to understand what this person going through. Because you could tell when somebody's angry, but some people just be looking for something to argue about. See, there you go. Yeah. But I can tell if you passionate about it or if you angry about this. But your octave went up, it go up for a bunch of different reasons.
Yeah.
So
well, I feel like if
I'm
you
in
sit
my
here
feelings,
talking
that
like
octave
this,
going well, going up.
I don't got to the place now. The majority of situations now, I can kind of hold it together.
You can.
I can kind of hold it together. Especially, I'm gonna say this is why I say that. if I know this is like me and Tanisha talking, right?
Right,
I
right,
done did something to piss her off.
right.
So Tanisha come at me,
She loud.
She already
however,
know.
feeling
Loud as fuck.
how she feels, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Her feelings are valid.
No,
So
I heard them.
if I've said or
They
done
loud.
something to make her feel
I'm
away,
just playing.
and she's sharing that with me,
Mhm.
like you said, it's a difference between anger and passion. She's passionate about
How
what
she
I
feel.
did made her feel. So I'm not finna argue you down.
Right.
I'm gonna hear you out. Situation with my dude. If I come to you and I say, "Hey, babe, like every time I come in, I'm tripping over your shoes in the walkway, babe. I'm just throwing some out there.
Yeah.
Babe, pick your shoes up. Like, dang, you got a whole little shoe rack over there. Just set them on the shoe rack."
He ain't
And
finna
I
do
said like that. The first time, no problem. We come back to this same situation. And I'm like, babe, God, I already asked you. Like, by this time, I'm a little frustrated.
Mhm.
Right.
So it might be a little sass on that.
Yeah, let's-
Nigga,
It might
I
be a little
told
sass
you.
on it this time.
Let me stop
That don't
playing.
mean I gotta be on some nigga. Get this. I don't have to
Baby,
do
that
that.
mean-
Hey, God,
Yeah.
Lee, now I asked you. I just asked you this. We just talked about this.
Well, he on the
And
game.
then you
He
go
on
in
the
there.
game.
Yeah. Nah, see, we ain't doing no game. See,
Let me
you
grab
know
the
what? I
cup.
got to the point where I don't even want to talk to no dudes that play the game.
I play the game.
I was on the phone with one last night for
I
3
don't
hours, and I
wanna-
swear he was playing the game the
Baby,
whole
listen.
3 hours.
My game
For some
about
of them, that's how they unwind. I get
Yeah,
it.
they-
I
my
get it.
game about
But I
once,
don't want that.
twice every 2 months. Like, and it's my first time playing mine in 2 months because I finally had a free day off. I was like, let me
But
just
you got business that you.
yeah.
right.
I'm talking about when I say I don't want to talk
Hey, you
to a
talking about
dude,
gamer.
a gamer.
You
Like
talking about a
you
gamer.
ain't
Yeah.
making no money, but you spend all your free time on this game. What you doing, babe? Playing the game. You know what? I'll call you back.
But you know, I'm
I
gonna
call
say
you
this
back.
and hit the fence. Some guys, they be so stressed out and they be going through so much stuff that that's all they can. That's the only way they able to cope.
Let me ask you this.
Feel.
Can I ask you this? Will you take a street nigga or a gamer?
I don't want no street nigga.
I'm okay then.
I've never been attracted to or wanted the street.
Just saying, but because a lot of people can be running the streets. A lot of
I've
like you could
never wanted that. I agree.
you could have a nigga that's running the streets, though.
I don't even look at them. Like when I say that's something
Somebody
I
told me
can
they
say
scared of.
all my life. Like when it come down to dating or talking to guys, I've never wanted a street dude.
I dated the streets.
I'm scared of them.
I don't been with the streets and I don't been with the one that
I'm
play
scared
the
of 'em.
games, play on their games and stuff. And I'll be honest, I like the gamers better. The street ones, you don't really have to worry about them because they always gone. That's the problem with them.
But what they doing when
always
they gone?
They always out there in them doggone streets.
Doing what? Because they might
Everything,
be doing
but what they should
everything
be doing.
that part.
You supposed to be out here selling whatever it is you selling, and you still ain't got no
I
money.
feel like street niggas that converted over are probably like the best guys.
Yeah, because they don't
Yeah,
live
'cause
that life.
they got the. I mean, they've experienced that,
But
and now they over here, being legit.
and when it comes,
They got some business about themselves.
I gotta
They
say,
got some clean money. They don't watch that dirty money.
I got one thing to say about them gamers. The only time they bad when you try to take them somewhere and you can't get to where you going or they get there and y'all can't do nothing because they brought their game with them and
Oh,
they
no.
just want to sit in the room and
No,
play.
You ain't bring your goddamn.
you ain't coming nowhere.
No.
If we got a long trip and we gonna have some no big itinerary, I bring the game. Just because it was gonna be certain guys there, like, but if that itinerary, like, I want to do this, you might well not bring it.
You ain't go listen.
gotta
If we
sit
going
down.
somewhere, don't bring the game.
Shit.
If you don't want me to talk crazy,
Baby,
don't bring the game.
Do when you
baby,
sleep.
I
If
would
we-
leave you in that room.
Sleep.
Okay?
You gotta go to sleep.
If we go out of town somewhere,
I can't
we
get the game.
supposed to enjoy. Like this is vacation. We
Amen.
far away. You can play the game at the
I
house.
feel like this. If I can't touch my game when we out of town, you shouldn't fuck with your phone.
Hey,
That ain't gonna work.
hey, if
That's equivalent though.
I'm saying, like,
That's the equivalent.
I think, and we be in our phone a lot. So you are right. I know I be in mine a lot.
Well, I'm saying.
I be in mine a lot.
She a hard nine.
But you know what I paid attention to? I'm like, dang, everybody, like, we went out to eat.
Mhm.
Me and my kids, and we went out to eat. And everybody was legit sitting there with their phone. Like there was no interaction with
It
any
kill
of
it.
us
It kill it
because
every time.
everybody had
I
the
tried to stop
phone
it.
to the face. Even my baby had the tablet on
It
YouTube.
kill it. It kill dinner
So
time.
it's like we don't even interact
See what the
anymore.
mans do? The mans,
Hmm?
the pastor, like the mans, they got to put their phones in that basket.
I want to do that.
They put the phone in the basket.
I feel like if we go on trips and stuff like that, now outside of like taking pictures and doing a little snap or
Cause
something
babe,
like
I'm
that,
finna give you
but
this
I
phone and
feel
take my
like
picture.
we need to interact and get the most out of our vacation. Like going to dinner, everybody put their phone in the middle of the daggone table and we talk.
Yeah. Now I did date a guy one time that was like that. Like we would go to the take trips and we would take my daughter and all her friends. And the reason why we had to put that rule in place, we would always let my daughter bring her little friends. We had that one little girl, she had never, in my opinion, she had never really been anywhere. And we get to that restaurant, I swear to y'all, we
I'm
went
mad
to
she said she ain't never been
we went to Myrtle Beach and we was at the Calabash. Everybody know that's like all you can eat, seafood, whatever, and it's like $50.
Mhm.
So you pay them $50 and you post a pig out.
Mm-hmm.
And this little girl on the phone, she was on the phone. And he looked at me, he was like, you ain't gonna say nothing? So after that, we had to set the rule. When we go and eat, if you on vacation with us and it's like the big night, you know that big night, cause you ain't gonna go and eat like that, but one night on that trip.
I don't know.
Everybody got to put their phone
How
up.
long we gone?
And you can have your phone. It's just that one night when we go to
I'm with one night. Niggas be with one night because
no, but it's just that one night we at the restaurant. Everybody need to put their phone up because we here to eat and interact with each other.
Right.
That's it. That's all.
But if you got a place, you got a dope ass Airbnb where you at, you want to spend some time in that motherfucker.
Man, you finna take my picture because I need folks to see me when I get
Why? Why they gotta see you?
Because I want to take these pictures. They be like, somebody had to ask me one time. They were like, man, everywhere you go, you be taking these pictures by yourself. Who taking a picture? I'm like, that ain't nobody business. I got a stand. I got like 2-3 stands. I just take them with me.
You got no stand. It be a nigga.
And no stand be moving. You know the one that bro, you got no stand. You know the one that got the motion.
I do not got them little cheap ass stands, y'all. I got the ones that
not the cheap ass stand.
How much?
He already know about the cheap stuff. He know I be on the but why you gotta put me out there like that? Why you gotta talk about me like that?
I got one. It's a Sony.
We've been doing good all day. And see how you treat me?
No, I ain't saying that wrong.
Cause you know I be on the budget, y'all. Y'all see what my shirt say? Maybe I am the drama.
What's the next topic?
So the next topic that we were gonna talk about, T, you got something you want me to go ahead and jump to the next one on the sheet? It's about catfishing. So this is the situation. Y'all know I always have a bite story to everything. So the other day I was on the phone with Buddy. We were on the phone for like 3 hours. Shout out to Buddy. And Buddy told me, he sitting there looking at me.
You know, on Facebook Live now.
But you know, this the thing. I didn't have on no makeup, no nothing. I had on my glasses because I can't see I can't read nothing now without my glasses. So he was looking at me. He said, dawg, you out here catfishing these niggas. And I'm like, what that mean? Because I look the same way I looked when I was 12 years old. I always look this same way. And he said, you look totally different with no makeup on. And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because, you know, I got a little gray. I got that little skunk now that coming right up the middle. I have to hit
that nigga said that skunk.
I have to hit it with
that.
I got a little skunk.
I got that skunk.
It's a little skunk right there, but I hit it with that little black dye every time. So I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, is that a bad thing? Like, damn, he just told me, he was like, actually, you look better with no makeup. Now, this is the question that I have for y'all because I get confused. So there are men out there that feel like women, we go overboard because we wearing makeup, we got on these eyelashes, we getting our bodies done with these BBLs and these tummy tucks. And they, they be saying they want the natural woman. So Slim, I gotta ask, and I know T gonna tell me. What is it? Like, is it that y'all want a natural? Y'all want
everybody want a natural, but you'll participate with a BBL. You know, you'll participate with it. You're gonna turn around. Like I said on before, I say women do what you want with that. At first, I was like, don't do that, but regardless, a motherfucker gonna judge you if you got a BBL or not. You flat booty, this thing gonna judge. You gonna get
not
judged.
Flat booty.
I don't care what you got. You gonna catch some judgment by women and men. So that why at this point I'm like, man, you know what? I ain't even saying that because a woman can go all natural and somebody still a body shame her. So it don't even matter. Do what you feel like you need to do. Hey, if you gonna risk it, it ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the one gotta be with you, but I feel like men like to play with the BBL, and we will prefer a natural.
I said that.
Yeah, anybody will prefer a natural. It feels way different. It
So
feel like yo,
is it hard?
it is hard.
Oh,
And then the new BBLs,
you
they
don't
say they
get
got a
soft at
smell.
all.
They say yeah.
I've
They
heard
bite
that
it,
though,
yeah.
that it has a little.
Yeah, it had a little odor. It got a little odor in it. I wouldn't know, but that's why the guys that touch a lot of BBLs.
But
I'm saying, but dudes are like to deal with them, but you don't see people really keeping them.
but is that the one that you gonna wife up? Like,
How you took that right out my mind?
I mean,
That's literally what I was gonna say.
You see celebrity type dudes wifing up the BBL, but you know, like in our area, niggas will keep like some dudes ain't got no preference anyway. He don't care long as she good to me. Long as she could, he don't care if she shaped like a bow tie. It just
No,
long as she
what?
good.
If
Long
she
as she
shaped like a
good to
what?
me. A bow tie. Long as she good to me, don't nobody care. Like she good to me, I don't care. She got, and then she might have had that work before I got to her, and I didn't. I feel in love with her personality. You feel what I'm saying? What y'all doing?
we trying to figure out the Wi-Fi code. I think it's Cypher with a capital C.
You supposed to put it in, not say it out loud.
Right, really loud. Y'all know y'all gonna be. I ain't editing none of this out.
So what? You know what? That ain't even it.
Why y'all saying that boy on camera?
We might be wrong. I think
You're wrong.
you don't know what it is.
What it is? Text it to me. You know I'm down here in these sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
Why
But
you
that's
Y'all supposed to be talking about a topic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Very.
but that's just the thing. Like, I guess what this person was trying to tell me is that some of us look better in our natural state. Like, do you feel? Because I know, like with you, it be up. Because I be heavy on the makeup. Like I tell people all the time,
I ain't really never just been a heavy makeup girl.
No, you don't even wear
now,
makeup like I wear makeup.
I have worn makeup, but I ain't never did all the concealer
Yeah,
and
like I do. That
honey, now I have. I don't beat this face before now.
But
to me, like I've gotten more compliments without it. I've gotten compliments with a beat face, but I've gotten more compliments without having it because I think I got used to the point where I don't feel like it used to be a time I felt like I had to put some lashes on or something like that when I left the house just to feel comfortable in my own skin. But now it's just like, now I will look at a picture when I go out and be like, dang, your eyes look a little weird, baby. You should put some mascara on or something. But I think men are moving to a place where they want natural women. And it's nothing wrong for the girls that like makeup. Those are enhancers. That enhances your beauty.
I got a drink of that.
But you still gonna be pretty without that makeup.
I love it if you love it. But it's certain like I really can't. I'm a touchy feely person, so if we out and I got white on, you can't do too much. You can't lay your head on me. So ain't none of the intimacy gonna be cut out because you got a stain on me. You gotta be like, hold on, baby, can't kiss me like this because this lipstick gonna get on you. All of that.
That was his thing. He was like, man, I be hating because we just friends. We just having good conversation. He was like, man, I hate when I bring the women home and they have makeup on. They had that makeup. He said they had that shit all over my sheets.
Yeah, it stain up bad.
So,
I don't got no problem with it. I really hate makeup. I ain't gonna lie.
So you got a problem with it or you don't?
I know. I'm saying I grew to love it because I had to love it. At the first, I really did hate it because I didn't recognize it. I don't know about it because you see dudes don't like it because we're not familiar with it. Grandma didn't have it on, mama didn't have it on. You're like, what is this fucking my mama? I ain't never seen this, and it's taking up space in the house. I got butterflies on the counter. Eyelashes, but you know what I'm saying.
You see how I had it look
like butterflies.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. It's a hazard. It's a hazard to have in the house. All that stuff. It's a lot. People that really invest in it, on the altar all the time. Your house be full of stuff.
And see, I ain't gotten to the point I don't be staring all the time.
I like a light. I like a light beat. That's what I prefer. A light beat. Because it's
What's a light beat?
Like close to natural.
What you know about
close to natural? Very close to natural.
He might.
You can have a light beat with full face makeup.
So is this a light beat? I need to know. Is my face considered a light beat or is my face?
You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? It ain't natural.
But to be honest, I don't wear eyelashes. These are my natural eyelashes.
I ain't worried about eyelashes. When you start putting a lot of color, I feel like it should be almost resemble your skin tone. Just a light, just a little, just bring just a little enhancement. That'd be cool. A little toner, not too much.
I think that what kind of threw him off because on my profile, I do, you know, you gonna pick your bed photo. Like you gonna pick the one where you at the beach and you got your arms on your shot side and the stomach look like it real flat. And you gonna pick the one when you got on, you know, the clothes. Y'all know the one. See, you know what I'm talking about.
I know
When
what
you
you
put
talking
on
about.
your stuff and you look good, and
You feel yourself, girl.
right, because you want to
Feeling
put them good pictures out there when you on the dating website. The
Oh,
only
no,
bad
yeah,
thing, like this is
website.
for me when I'm on the dating website. So I gotta put my best pictures out there. And so yeah, my face gonna always look the same. Now, one thing that one of my sisters told me, she was like, you know, all of the makeup for us black women usually have like this orange undertone to it. So she was like, you gotta get another, you know, concealer to mix in with that, whatever you got. Because I like black radiance. Yeah,
two different shades
and mix them. And so that's what I started doing to kind of bring, because in some of my pictures, I was like, maybe I am out here catfishing. Maybe I do look kind of orangey or something. I ain't got the Donald Trump orange going on, but I'm like a burnt orange.
If I showed you one of
like
my best
like
ones,
a bourbon or something.
with that 5B, baby. Yeah. Now I still look like me though. The only thing I
Who you supposed to look like?
And a girl, because sometimes you put on makeup.
Hey, some women do.
It enhances, but some have dramatic looks. Like
I just gonna say that I done seen a girl do too much, and she's looking
it's
like
different types.
You ever seen her do too much? And it was look like they did some work to the bone structure with the makeup.
Yeah, that's the contouring.
It look like
that's that contouring, baby.
Look like old boy.
See, I don't do none of that. But if you what you doing?
That folks. Oh, you fired first day. They don't skip Bailey.
Just get up and in the middle of recording. Oh, you bought it for me. Oh, thank you, Book. I'm talking to him. I'm sorry. This thing charging.
Flip it up.
I don't know. I don't use that.
75 cents, both of y'all.
But the point is,
talk about that lady stand like that.
Say 75 cents.
At the end of the day, the whole point of it is like,
would you take a BBL dick?
I'm sorry. Actually, what is that?
That was a conversation we had too last night. So this person,
would you sell the BBL meat? Let me clean it up.
This person right here was like, he wanted his to be a little bit.
You can handle.
Yeah, because they got male enhancement. That's what I was trying to get out. He was trying to tell me.
Would you get one?
I was thinking about 12.
Wait a minute, my hand just went up because I got to get this side.
Hi, cousin.
So what he was trying to explain to me, you know, there are some men like Ucho. Ocho. Because y'all know, I just need to say Chad, but y'all know I love Uncle Shannon. Y'all know now, that's the real aunt. You want to make me smile.
That's right.
But what Chad was talking about was the fact that he was in with this woman. They were doing what they do, grown folk stuff. And he said the woman told him to go deeper.
I saw that.
Oh, well.
And he had no gave her all.
And he had no gave her everything he had. Well. And he went. And he got that thing.
But so
did.
Okay, one girl did that.
And he went. He said he went.
You think one woman?
But you know, for some men, that's all they take it. That one woman.
Ain't nobody. That's not normal.
And that woman tell you to go deeper, and you ain't got no more to give. You'll be like, man, I'm finna go fix you, dog.
You thinking like a woman. You damn sure ain't thinking like a man. I got me. I got me. What you talking about?
So
we had one
you
problem. If somebody sit there and says to go deeper,
that's as deep as I can go, ma'am.
You knew this. You childish ass. You knew this when I whipped out and I displayed this. You knew I can get to the back room. So what you think? What you think I'm gonna do? Ain't no jumping on the sofa right here, boy. I was just gonna stay in the living room.
Said he went and got him some extra inches.
Okay, then you better, man. It's some niggas with what really know how to work what they got.
But see, that's
but I ain't finna switch it up for what one person. Maybe she ain't the one. Nah, if your person is saying that, she was not his person. She was not his person.
I don't think that was his person.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So a motherfucker that just a random woman you tricking off with told you to go deeper just because you can't perform for her. You finna go, because you know when a man do that type of work, it's very he can lose his life too.
Right.
So it's very risky.
It's any type of surgery.
So it's very risky. You think I get it?
You'll lose your life. You might lose Him.
But it's still
Imagine you feeling to it,
man,
boy.
go look at if you any guy look at the repercussions behind doing that. Later on, he gonna have a lean. Later on, it might not work. Later on, you might have to put this little pump in your ball sack. I ain't trying to be Herman Monster down in the pan. Like what you put everything together.
The older you
Okay.
get, you might have to start taking some enhancements anyway. You
What
might have
that?
to take a shot. You might have to take some pills.
Listen,
So some
listen.
stuff is just wear and tear over time.
God put listen, man. God put everything on earth for you. If you want to get your body right, you want to get that area right. Raw honey, watermelon will put you back in the position where you can have a regular function. Other than that, before you even need that, cleanse your body before you start doing that. For it to work. Some people like I tried that, didn't work because your body ain't clean.
Yeah.
So cleanse your body, then try it. So all you need is raw honey, watermelon. It gets you back stimulated.
Excuse me.
Anything with your stem cell, go do a fruit diet. Anything with stem like stem cells.
Speaking like you got experience, bro.
We gonna talk about.
I mean,
I'm listening.
When people-
I'm listening.
when people
Detox,
saying-
man. Detox.
Yeah, when people say,
Oh,
"Oh, it ain't," you do not. I'm 43, finna be 44. I never, but I hear it a lot. I have never had an issue. I have never ever had an issue. I always pitch a tent in the morning. So it's like at this age, who ain't pitching a tent?
So you still saying when the wind blow, you still ready?
Right.
Did the wind blow the
I
right
have
way?
never had it. I have
Cause you
never
know
had
when,
an
when
issue.
some of y'all read 40, when the wind blow, it be like, man, the
Well,
wind
what I
don't
like
blow.
that's why I don't. Why are you having performance problems? Now I understand niggas. Once you get so old, you on blood pressure meal. Blood pressure does affect with. I ain't on that.
blood
So
pressure, diabetes.
yeah, so get
And
right
them
with your
medical
health.
conditions.
Even if you got diabetes, you don't have to have the diabetes effect. Because if you eating right, you can avoid the effects of diabetes. You can still have it. You can't get rid of it once you have
You can.
diabetes.
And
You
with
can get
and
rid of
with high blood
diabetes.
pressure, I know someone
right
that
now,
go to the gym every day.
besides
You would have to
check their blood pressure.
completely change your lifestyle.
And someone do. That's
You
the
would have
great
to
thing
completely
about
change.
men.
You
I
can.
know,
You
like my
can.
ex
Depends on what
he was
level of
possible.
diabetes.
Like you don't
Depends
necessarily.
on what level of diabetes, because your DNA changes.
Yeah.
Your DNA changes. It's because you got levels to the diabetes.
Yeah.
But
I
if
know.
if your diabetes is weight related, like for example, I view my ex husband, he gonna be like, this woman love talking about me.
You do?
But like my ex husband, I remember one time he was like 270, 280. He was up there. Like he was 38, 39, 40. Like big dude. He was on his big dude. But what my ex husband did, I remember we went to they went to Maryland, him and my stepdad. And one thing that the Muslim culture do is, like Chris said, they eat according to they blood type.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like they take out pork. They tell you what, like you look. They got a little diet sheet. It's out there.
It's
And you
it's
look
an
for
actual book that tells
Yeah.
you what you should
what you
eat
should be eating
based
according
off
to.
of your blood type.
And he changed his diet. And we saw him go down 10 pounds. He dropped 10 pounds instantly just by changing his diet. Then he started working out more, like going to the gym, walking, doing a little marathon. Even though he was participating, he wasn't participating because he was hoping to win. He was participating for the exercise.
Mhm.
And over time, he came off all of his medication. Everything.
Yeah, you
Right
can
now,
reverse
he
it.
ain't on.
Come on, that
You look at it now, he look like he could probably be a little crackhead or something because he
You're right.
small with a big
See,
ass
we
head.
started off so good.
Yeah.
Now she not
sorry.
gonna talk
I'm
about
sorry.
it.
Let me. I'm sorry.
Lord Jesus.
Somebody out there, hey, edit with. Make sure you
Yeah.
edit it part out.
I'm sitting there in bars.
But yeah, but if they change, he know. I just be joking with him. It be pretty love between them. But you change your diet, you exercise, do what you're supposed to do. You right. I don't know about the male sex organ, but I can tell you that a lot of them, by changing those things, it does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It help you. It helps. Like especially all you gotta do is walk a lot. Do a walk a lot. If you can't do all that, walk a lot.
Get your steps
You
in.
can reverse. You can reverse it. At this age, people don't feel like it. And at first I used to be so judgmental when I was younger about even with my mom. I was so judgmental on her. Like you could just you just walk a lot. And now I get older and I just feel like you don't even want to do shit. Now you was a kid, you rip. But now you just want to chill.
Let me tell you
I
something.
have to.
And then mess around and get a start over, baby. Listen, you don't have no energy for nothing.
Mm-mm.
You don't have no energy.
You
For
don't have the energy. So that's why I say a lot of times I wish I could apologize to, because I always just like you could just get up and do this. Why you just sitting around? You can walk and do that, and like you just really don't have the energy, the motivation, or nothing.
I go through my spells, but I'm at the point now. Am I like, well, I'm at 944. I'm like, I had somebody tell me, they were like, you ain't gonna be young forever, you ain't gonna be pretty forever. So I had to literally just make it up in my mind. 3 days a week, I'm walking. I'm
Yeah,
walking.
you told me that.
I just
I
get
gotta get that
just
motivation.
I started that
I
weekend.
gotta
Mine
get that
started that
drive.
weekend. I need grabbing my juices this weekend. Grab my juices and running.
now my mama, she big, I talk about my mom. I love her. But my mama always say the same thing you said about cleaning out that system. She was like, you take you one weekend out the month, you ain't going nowhere.
You
You take that
supposed
Metamucil or you take them 666 or whatever it
to clean your
is,
system once a month.
and
If
you
you want to
clean that
avoid,
system out.
you supposed to clean it once a month.
Why you looking at me?
No, I'm just telling you that. I'm talking because we having a conversation.
No, you looked at me like you supposed to clean
I'm
your
just
sister
saying.
once a month.
I'm just telling you. She right.
I ain't necessarily say I clean my system once a
listen.
month. I said that what my mama
I
said.
don't gotta wait for the stuff
You
that
should.
they
3
used to
days
do.
out the
Our
month.
grandmas and
3
great
days
grandmas
out.
used to
3
do.
days out the month, you should clean your system. It's lower risk for you to catch like cancer and stuff. It's the foods that sit in your body.
Yeah,
And stuff.
everything starts with your gut.
Yeah.
Everything.
And my mama, she 30 years older than me. She had to have a hip replaced, but I mean, still, like people look at her and they be like, other than her, like her hair gray. She like, I know my skunk streak gonna eventually spread all over, but they look at her and they ask, they be like, why your skin be glowing like that? Why you look like this and look like that? It's because she gonna drink her water.
Oh
and,
man.
and now she at the point, and now she be like, I ain't even gotta take the Metamucil no more. I can drink me some milk. And she know when she drink that milk, it's gone.
And you know it gonna
It
move
gone.
some
Y'all crazy.
You know it'll move some stuff, baby.
Baby,
You know what to
trying
eat that'll
tell
move
you.
some stuff.
What?
Look
All right, so we on our final topic of the night now, y'all. I just couldn't let it get by me. I
Oh,
just,
no.
hey, I just couldn't. I try to give him, look, cause they be like, you say too much about it, automatically it's gonna be flagged. But y'all, Elon and all these children, like I think we was at 13. We was at 13 the other day. And then baby mama of number 13, cause I don't know the baby name and I don't know the mama name. She sold her Tesla for $100,000 cause it's something going on with the paternity. And then all of a sudden they pop out. And it's like he just announced another child, so everybody like it.
What's wrong with that?
On 13 or 14.
He here to populate. He said that.
I mean,
believe
we
He
talked
giving
about
out.
it
He
earlier.
definitely and
He
I'm black.
believe- he
Yes,
believe-
I am. I'm African American, but he definitely giving out African vibes.
He from Africa. He's
He-
an
he
African.
That's what she said. He giving African vibes.
That's what I just said. Hey, my hands are up. Okay, I come.
My granddad had a
come in
bunch of them,
peace.
so
But that's what I was telling her. I was like,
It's
we
normal
literally
in the
put
black
here
community.
to reproduce.
Child, my
Like,
tube
we
been
have
tired,
gotten
burnt,
away
and I ain't
from
even
it
got no
because
uterine no more.
Right
I'm not finna have all them kids.
Me
Right
either.
now, Elon call you.
No.
They run that cat. I ain't talking about you because
Oh.
you probably won't do it.
I'm through,
You
baby.
probably won't
Hey,
do
Shell.
it. Elon call you, give you a good estimate. He can change. It's gonna change your life because it's Elon.
First of all,
No,
okay, I'm
you ain't gonna let him. You ain't gonna run it up.
I ain't even got no uterus. First of all, I ain't got no uterus. What can I do?
If I can put your uterus back in right now.
I'ma do it. I'ma do it.
She gonna have a uterus transplant?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
That's some
Like,
new. That's some new
yeah.
stuff.
That's a new
Yeah.
stuff right there. You give me a
Baby,
uterus.
ain't
Cause
no-
at
listen.
this rate, this my first year having to pay
Well, I
taxes.
just-
I,
I just-
need a uterus.
I know niggas personally that got. I ain't gonna put the name. Well, I'm.
Don't put their name.
Don't put
out
nobody's
there,
name out.
there.
Don't do that.
I just know a couple of niggas with over 10
Stop.
babies.
Stop being messy.
We all know them. Now this is just me, y'all. This is Tanisha talking. Okay, this is Tanisha Ingram, Miss Nene talking. I just feel like if Elon was black. If he was black, they would do him the same way they did Nick Cannon, the same way they had done other black men that have had more than 5 to 7 children. But the fact that
What they did to Nick Cannon?
man, them folk done talked about Nick Cannon, done dragged them all through the mud and
I'm about to say
everything.
3 niggas I know. Like people still gonna give him some ass. Who got Nick?
Listen,
Nick Cannon,
I feel like this.
He got
If they
money,
want to
but-
go out there and have all these children, as long as they taken care of, that's all that matters. Like me personally, I ain't never wanted a whole bunch of kids.
I do.
Baby, do you?
Do you?
Lottery.
See,
TT
wanna be the
Misha bring her some candy
And God
whenever she
money,
come. But
yeah.
I don't want a whole bunch of children.
You could drop them on that, but she said she bringing some candy. You could just drop them off at my house.
For dollars when I come through, but
I'm gonna meet you halfway because every once in
I
a
don't
while
even
I
wanna
need a little
babysit.
company. I babysit.
I can't even babysit your children. I'm sorry.
I'm pulling up. Screw.
You pulling up well.
He wanna
Everybody.
he look.
Look,
He might be one of those type of people that
you
tell
gonna
the
be
children
looking
go
through the
knock
window.
on the
Hey, go
door.
Chris and all them damn children. I'm not watching no
Man,
children, Chris.
Look,
Take your children home because I'm not watching no
he
kids,
probably
man.
won't even get out the car. He just tell them go out there and knock on the door. Baby had a bag on. Y'all know the
I'm gonna
ones
call
on
the police.
TikTok. The baby knock on the
I'm gonna
door, bro.
call the
You open the
police.
door, they take off.
Child abandonment.
I'm gonna get all them kids and go viral. Watch this.
Well, you do
And
that.
I mean
Like I
that
said, as long as you can take care of all them kids, to each his own. I listen.
and you know,
That's not my ministry to be the mother of a bunch of kids.
and he do very well with it because they was like he got a
You
whole
what?
Hey, to
compound.
drive the bus.
You gonna pay me to drive the bus?
Go.
But they say he got a whole compound and everybody got their own little house and
You think that's no?
I mean I don't know.
That ain't true because the one that he got the one that he got
What is that?
what does that
wavy,
mean?
the one that's wavy.
Okay, yeah.
Like
His daughter?
Rainbow, just say
oh,
rainbow.
but
Can we
that
say
ain't
rainbow?
that's his daughter's a man. But that
We
one
gonna
he got
respect.
issues out there. He ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't know.
But
There's no
that
compound.
wouldn't have said that because of their decision to change themselves. That he kind of like disowned them, cut them off,
You don't believe.
disinherited, I guess. So that one that has no rights to
Hey, broski.
anything.
I don't think I'm gonna cut mine off, but I ain't gonna participate.
Okay,
I ain't participating.
So I know we down to the last 5. Let me get out there one last thing because there's been a big one on TikTok. So
Right.
we had the daddy that took his son, who I'm assuming to prom. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I was trying to get it out.
I'm just thinking what you said.
Yeah, so we had the dad that took the son, who is kind of like I'm assuming transgender.
He transgender yet? He just gay.
He's in the process. That's why I said it give out trans, okay? Can I just say that? Right. To the prom. And the dad came and dad was dressed and he was dressed. And you know you've gotten it from both sides as a dad, because I know how much you love your children. You know, I'm my children grown, so I live that life. But if one of your children, I'm just asking, we not just saying a boy can be the girl that want to, be a boy.
I'm not participating. I'm not going against God. I love them, but I'm not participating. I'm gonna love you like I'm supposed to love you. Things that you need, but when it comes to that, I'm not participating in it. That's what I believe. You can't tell me how to believe. And just like I'm not gonna let her change. I don't expect them to change anything for me. Like they know right from wrong. They're grown. If they're at that point, well, now if they don't right from wrong, I'm trying to kind of press. But my kids are kind of I only got one left. He's 16. The other 2 are grown. So he just called me like, yeah, I'm not participating. Love you. Don't bring that shit over here.
I ain't taking no pictures. But you take pictures because you know you took prom pictures and everything. So would you take prom pictures?
If he dressed like a man, yeah.
If he chose to dress differently,
I take the picture.
Okay, that's all. But you're not
I'm
gonna participate and be in the picture.
Not.
Okay, that's all.
Get down like that.
Because the dad kind of.
He got to respect that. He got to respect how I am too. Y'all want me to respect him? He going through that. He got to respect how I am also. People just think, oh, the kid. What about me? I'm the parent. If I don't get down like that, long as I still love on him, I'm not gonna love on that type of way right there. But I'm still gonna give him love. You need me this. We're gonna do father talk. Trips. Us together, family things. Cool. But when you want me to participate across the rainbow, no Skittles.
I get it. Now my preacher, my pastor, he said something very similar, and I know we got to close out. What he said was not that he's going through it, but it was just a general conversation. He said when you have children or family members that are like that, you can still love them. Like you said, you can still love them, and you can still do stuff with them. But no, y'all can't stay at my house and sleep in the same bed. No, you cannot take them on the trip that we going on and y'all sleep in the same bed. There are limits to what we can do, but I cannot make you act or whatever change, because you at that point now where you making your own decision, and this is the choices that you made.
Right.
So I just had to ask because it been blowing up on TikTok, and you get the you get the good, you get the bad. Yeah,
I didn't see
it's big because they had
He was his son's date.
Yeah.
For prom. He went there as his son's date for prom.
Because he didn't want him to go by himself, I guess. I'm assuming he didn't want to go by himself.
When he pulled up, his son started crying and everything. Daddy was decked out, just go with his son, stuff like that. But hey, I get more power to him, but to able to endure the criticism that he might get from that from alpha males. Hell, but
You and I think dads sometimes as men, y'all get put in them hard spots where if you damned if you do and you kind of damned if you don't. Like for that dad that chose to support his son, now when he going in the barbershop, hanging out around town, people looking at him a
I
little
respect him
differently.
because he did something that I won't do, but I can't. I don't put him up to a pedestal because I don't. We're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, right, bro.
We're not supposed to do that. I go, oh, bro, I'm like, hey, but I ain't. that's,
You ain't
that's
finna
it.
do it.
Hey, I can't do it. And more power to you.
I feel like it's just the respect got to be reciprocated. If I respect that's the choice that you've made in life,
Mhm.
I respect you still my child. Like that ain't gonna change, regardless of whatever life choices you make. You still my child. I still love you to the end. Respect where I stand with that.
I like that.
I agree.
It's just that simple. I think people make stuff more difficult than what it has to be.
They make it.
And then if you're not in agreement with the masses, then those phobias or phobic gets, you know what I'm saying, gets attached to it. So it's just like I said, it's a respect. I can respect the choices that you've made in your lifestyle. You can respect how I feel pertaining to it. I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm not.
So that's the
My
thing.
love is not gonna waver. My love is not
That's the
gonna
thing that hit
change.
different right there when they don't give the person that's reacting the respect. Like they just think I'm reacting is I'm not reacting, is like this is my belief, you know what I'm saying? So respect that. Okay. Now if I'm saying getting on your ass, I'm not finna get on your ass. Cause once you grown now, if you
You make your own
younger,
choices.
You making
Yeah.
your own
if you younger, I
decisions,
might
yeah.
because I'm trying to persuade you not to go that way. I'm gonna do some my best convincing, but if you get to that age, it's out of my hands.
Have y'all ever heard of T.S. Madison?
Yeah, I love Tia. I remember
So
when Tia was going through, yeah.
yeah, T.S. Madison she had a show. She
Right.
had a show, and that was something she talked to her dad about. And her dad was saying, I don't think you understand that I saw a son being born, you know, and you
Right.
chose to
Become a
become
woman.
a woman. So as a dad, I had to grieve my son. You
Right.
didn't understand me grieving the dreams or hopes that I had for my son.
Right.
And I tried to support you in the way I knew how, but it was new for everyone. You were going through whatever changes you had to go through to be who you are. I had to grieve and process
Losing my
that the
son.
child that I had is, you know what I'm saying?
Lost.
They're no longer here. And I was like, to me, I think that's the most genuine,
Right.
heartfelt, explanation that a parent can give to their child that's transitioning or that is now living a life as a transgender male or female. Like, I think you go through what you're going through,
It's a process.
but you also have to understand what your parents may be going through.
And not just parents, the people around you.
Yeah.
Because and I'm gonna close out on this. I had a classmate, very similar situation. When we was in school, it was a he. He moved to and we all knew even in high school, we all knew. But he decided to become a female. And there were people in my opinion, I don't know the ins and outs, but in that circle that could not accept some of the changes. Yeah. And so that's why I say it's not just the parents that grieve, it's those people that are in your life that also grieve the loss of that person. But we just hope that the new person is better than the old one. That's just my opinion. If you give it your all.
Yeah. I got a big bag of money right here. I got a bad bitch right here just to count it. Let's start with the 10s first.
Vision be fooling.